Right, hello. Right, this video is my little video about lies that have been told to me as I was growing up as a child. You know, that where I live in England, south of England, it's this is typical. You know, virtually everyone I know who, you know, when they grew up, they're told all the red berries that grow on trees, they're all poisonous, right? Don't eat red berries. Red berries are poisonous. And it turns out that they're not. Not only are they not poisonous, well, with a few reservations. I'm just going to make clear what I mean by this. But I'm just going to say there's two red berries that I was told were poisonous, that I've since found out are actually two of the most beneficial foods I've got available to me. Full stop. And I was told they are poison. You know, this is a trend. I just want to, I'm ad-libbing here. This is a trend. We're also told things like cannabis, which is an incredibly useful plant and medicine and stuff. That's also poison, right? Alcohol, we're told is poison, and tobacco. But alcohol and tobacco have both been traditionally used in a medicinal sort of capacity throughout recorded history, but we're told they're poisons. You know, all this stuff is so drummed into people that most people would never even question it. Now, the point of this video is two berries that I've been eating. One I started eating quite a long time ago, about 18 years ago. That's the hawthorn. Now, I've got a very good memory, so I'm just going to go back now to the time when I first asked my mum what about these berries, right? And I was probably only about 4, and I can't remember the exact details, but I can. The memories are still there, all packed away. I'm not going to try and unpack them because I don't know how stable those memories are, but I've got the basic gist of the memory, and the basic gist of the memory is don't ever eat any red berries. Never eat red berries. I was taken to pick blackberries. You know, they're okay. You can eat blackberries with all the, they're easily recognisable. You can't mistake them for anything else, etc. Right, so the two berries I'm making this video about basically are hawthorn berry. Now they're completely safe to eat, hawthorn berries. The only thing is they're like a cherry. They're like a very small cherry, but the actual flesh is like a cross between the flesh of a cherry and an apple. But with more, yeah. Okay, so and it's got quite a large stone in it compared to the size of it, you know. So it's sort of like almost like 50% stone, you know, or 30% stone, you know. So there's, you know, I mean they're only little tiny things anyway, unless you get the large Chinese hawthorn berries, you know, which are quite like big like cherries. But they're incredibly useful. They're like, as far as I'm concerned, they're probably an adaptogen. They're very, very good. They stabilize your blood pressure. They strengthen your capillaries and your veins and stuff. So they improve your memory, concentration, and just make you feel healthier and stronger. You improve your sleep. You know, they're just an incredibly, really useful fruit. The only reason people don't bother with them, really, I think, is because they're a lot of hassle to work with. You know, it takes quite a lot of work to process them. Or you can just go and pick them from the wild and eat them and just spit the pips out. Or swallow the pips. They're not going to do you any harm. Incredibly useful. I had heart problems, you see, and when I was about 25, 26, and I first of all started using garlic, but then quickly found out about hawthorn, Um, it's not, I found out myself. You know, I looked around. I was in the idea that the, the medicine should be growing around me. I had that idea in my head. So when I found hawthorn, I started making hawthorn and elderflower tea, and I'm getting real benefits from it for my heart. You know, so and for my sleep and stuff. The other berry that's another, it's incredibly important that I've just found out about is yew-berry, like from the yew tree. Now they're always planted in graveyards, you know, in churchyards or where I live. There's always yew trees in churchyards, but they also plant them a lot in the parks. Some people, you know, grow them in their gardens and stuff. But I was told again, the berries are poisonous. Never touch the berries. One berry can kill you, which has got a kernel of truth in there. It's the actual seed of the berry that is highly poisonous. It's got this stuff in it called taxin, which is really poisonous. But you just don't eat the seeds. The actual red, or like the bit round the seed, is called areola, areole or something. It's incredibly nutritious, and I think there's something holy about it. And it's the same with hawthorn. Both of these red berries are incredibly. You can feel huge benefits from eating them. And I had about 20 today, 20 yew-berries, and I can feel real, tangible benefits from just 20, and they're not very big. And you spit the pips out, and you know, and there's not much stuff there. It's probably about an ounce of fruit I've actually ate today of yew-berry fruit. You know, and not even that. It might have only been half an ounce. It could have been about, you know, yeah, probably be about 15 grams. Thinking about it, maybe only 10 grams. Not very much at all. You know, but you can still feel, you know, a profound. I mean, it's not huge, but it's significant. You know, a really significant improvement in my overall well-being and health and stuff. And these are two berries that do this, and both those berries I was told were poisonous and I should never touch them. And they both turn out to be some of the most useful superfoods available to me, and for free as well. I've really been fucking lied to in the worst possible ways. It's so stupid.